At long last, we finally have trains in our factory. Now we can transport oil, cargo, and anything else we want across the map to hopefully expand our factory even further. Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Factorio Must Grow. In the last episode, we almost got rail up and running. Almost. We just ran out of time. But today, we are in fact going to get rail up and running. And the first thing we're going to use it for is oil. Essentially, we have everything we need now to actually get started. Between episodes, I went and created all of the stuff we need for signals. Did we do rails? I think we did rails before. But signals, stations, chain signals, and now I've also got tank wagons up and running as well. I've also got steel furnaces. And I've actually gone and replaced all but the copper lines with steel furnaces. So our bricks here are steel furnaces, and our iron uses steel furnaces. Because of that, actually steel. The actual steel ones I haven't done yet either. Maybe I should, because we are using quite a lot of steel right now. Although everything is starting to back up again, which is good to see. And I think we've just maxed out on our tank wagons. But that is about to change. Not just yet, though, because before we do anything else, I do want to go and actually lay the tracks and stuff. So, I need another box to put my walls in. I've also thickened the walls, you might see. We've got 4 wide walls now. And the nest that was over here somewhere that was starting to get a little too aggro for my liking, I went and actually took it out. And my god, did it take a lot of doing. These little blighters, they are determined. They do not want to be moved. Let's put it that way. So yeah, that took some effort, but that's all done now as well. We've also got access to solar power now, which we're actually going to use to power our new facility. What am I missing here if I want to make more? I think it's steel and copper we need for solar panels. I'm going to guess it's copper. There we go. Lovely. So we're going to get another 10 solar panels there, and we're going to use that to power the oil, because we're going to try... Actually, I do need walls for that still. I'm going to say we're going to enclose it in a wall. So I do need some walls, maybe like 2 stacks. Now, I'd forgotten where our oil was. I actually had to go back and watch the first episode again to see where it is. But I do now know that it is off to the east. So we're going to go grab some rail. We're going to grab 1 stack of signals, 1 stack of chain signals, and all of the locos and tank wagons. There we go. And then 1 stack of these as well. Alrighty. So we're going to bring oil back to base where it's going to get processed. And I think it will get processed in this space here. So we might as well start over at this end of things with the unloading. I have also got pumps being made. Do I have pumps on me? Yes, good. That would have been awkward. I don't have pipes on me though. Or tanks, for that matter. So I will have to go and get those. But right now, the priority is laying the tracks. I want to get tracks. That's awkward. I feel like I need somewhere to pop all of my wood as well. Yeah, because I am full. Does that open up any inventory space? Not really. 1 slot, which is enough to do a little bit of tree chopping, I suppose. I did say I wanted to keep as many trees around as possible, and I still stand by that. When it comes down to actually laying down blueprints and stuff, we are only going to remove what is necessary. And like I said last episode, I have looked up how far away we are from bots, and oh boy, it is a long way. I have to keep reminding myself, though, this is only the 5th episode, and there is actually no pressure to wrap this up in 10 or so episodes. We could probably stretch to 20, so we could spend a couple of months on this, getting it all sorted. What am I... Right. Where can I pop this radar? Just want it out of my inventory. Over here. We've already got one in this direction, but we'll just put that one there as well. Here we go. Although I don't think we have space for this even. What I need is a central storage area. Which for now, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. For now I'm going to put here. And I just want to get rid of... Not that. I just want to get rid of all my raw materials that aren't being used for anything. Yeah, alright, that'll do. Eventually, again, when we get bots, that will all be contained within a proper central storage network, which we're going to connect to our rail as well. It'll all make sense. When the time comes, it will all make sense. Right. Let's get all of this chopped. So one of the problems I have is I don't actually know how much space I'm going to need. So I've got all of this here, but I don't know how much of it I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is pop some track down, but I'm going to pop it down over here. I'm sort of going to go like this, and then we're going to bring it down like this. And then this is going to be our rail heading out to the east. In the flip direction, I think roboports are 4 wide. So the way I'm going to measure that is like so. And then that's going to tell me where this rail needs to go. Because for now, for now I am going to double track everything. It just makes sense. I'm going to do this, and then somehow over here. Guess we can do that, but I feel like this is going to be an issue because the station has to go on this lower side, doesn't it? So actually that's not going to work. That's fine though. What I might do actually is do the 2 tile, or the 4 tile gap again. So if I was to grab my furnace again and do that, and then this can come in like so. There we are. Now another good reason to have the train and stuff on this side is we have coal here, so we can actually bring the coal down straight away and load it onto the train for fueling purposes. Right, you are now set up. I need to remember how this works because it's been a while. Is this going to work? Actually, the depot, I might put the depot over this side because, again, we still have the coal. So I think that's a good idea, and it gives us a little more space. And again, this is all temporary. This will all get removed. Soon as we've got the... Whoops. As soon as we've got the means to build a more permanent setup, it'll be one of the first things I do. Because, yeah, this is not what we need. Right, remove that as well. I'm sort of talking gibberish again, I'm sorry. I'm talking and building. We know how that goes. Right. So the oil is directly east of the copper mine, which is there. So we can build these tracks slightly south of that, and they will come out pretty much where we need it to be. As for this depot then, I'm going to curve this around. I was going to curve it like that, but I guess we're going to ladder it instead. Are there like different feel like, yeah, look, there's different levels now of how the track can bend. That's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Okay. In that case, what I'm going to do is do this. Lay track. Do this. Lay track. And then have I got room for one more? Looks like I might. It's very close. But that gives us 3 storage tracks here, at least, where we can put stuff. I think that's all we're going to need right now. Because as I said, this is only for oil. We're not using it for anything else right now. That power pole is in the way. So in that case, we're going to have 2 storage tracks. Although what I might do, build this out to the length it needs to be. And then I guess if we've got the space... So I feel like we're going to need trains this big, and I'll explain why momentarily. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, you're fine. Right. And then over here, we now need to connect these up. So I think the solution there is going to be like so. And like so. Whoops. Like so. I'll use... There we go. And then this one... I get... Does that connect in? It's not gonna, is it? No. So this one we're gonna have to be a little more creative. I guess if I did that and then did that. There we go. Alright. That's the depot. This is the oil unload over here. And then we can start working out where oil load is going to be. But for that, I'm going to need an actual train. I remembered how to get in and out of a train. That's impressive, isn't it? We'll use wood for this. No, not that. This. Alright, let's go. Now there may be enemies along here, so I'm going to have my wits about me. There are certainly trees along here. Have I not found it yet? How far is it? That is quite a gap, actually. Right, get out. Because we've got trees in the way, which I wasn't actually anticipating. Why didn't I assume? Why did I just assume there wouldn't be any trees in the way? That's crazy. Of course there would be. Now I'm sure I saw the oil this way. It's not appeared yet. Also, I'm British, as you might be able to tell, so my trains drive on the left. The game isn't actually designed for that. The game is designed for trains to drive on the right. But we make it work. It actually works quite nicely, having it the UK way, because you can put the signals on the inside of the rails. So it keeps things tucked nicely in. Whereas if you do it the European/American way, you end up with your signals encroaching outside the track. So I could literally have walls running either side of these rails now if I wanted to. I'm not. We're going to come up with a different security measure. Which, again, probably not needing to be revealed now, actually. I could tell you what it is. There's no reason for it to be a secret. My plan is for my long distance cargo trains, oil trains, fluid trains, whatever it might be. The plan is to have artillery wagons in the middle of each train. So it's going to be a locomotive, and then it's going to be 2 of either a tank or cargo wagon. And then it's going to be an artillery wagon. And then it's going to be 2 more of the tank or the cargo wagon. And then another locomotive facing in the opposite direction. Because my trains are going to be able to double back on themselves. So basically enter a dead end and then reverse. That's what I was trying to say. There's the oil. Okie dokie. Can I see it? Yeah. It's just up there. So what we're going to do here then is we're going to keep this going dead straight for now. Get that. Get that. And that. I'm going to terminate the track there for now. Now we have got double track for the most part, but for this section we are only having a single track, and we're going to just use signals to keep things separate, stop them crashing, all that good stuff. I'm also going to find a way to create... Did I pick up tanks? No. That's actually very annoying. I've got a little bit more space for tanks. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just distracting myself again. So yeah, we're gonna have these big long behemoth trains. Right now they're gonna be really slow, but as we evolve and we get rocket fuel and things like that, they're gonna pick up the pace a lot. It's gonna be a lot easier to manage them. But yeah, they're gonna be really slow right now. It's fine. I anticipated that. It's also the fact that they're probably going to be running off wood and coal to start with, because the first fuel I'm going to load them with is the wood. All that excess wood that we've got, because I'm currently in the process, we've actually achieved it as I was talking earlier, of upgrading my power to something a little less wooden. Did I make pipes? Why didn't I make pipes? What is wrong with me? I knew I was missing some stuff. As I was talking, I was like, I've definitely forgotten something here. Okay, so we're going to have to go back and get supplies again. But, yeah, for the most part, we are up and running-ish. Might as well lay the rest of the tracks while I'm here then. So I've got an idea now as to where the oil field is. This oil field is actually quite a big one. It should last for quite a while. But I'm going to build a... where's my furnace? Build a load station over here. Which again is going to be kind of long. Like so. I think that's too far away actually. Just to remind myself. Yeah, so the furthest one is going to be around here. So actually this is probably about right. So loco, wagon, wagon, wagon. These need to be a lot longer. Okay. Wagon, wagon, artillery, wagon. Maybe if I use a signal for this instead. So from here-ish, wherever the thing is. No, it's there, isn't it? And then, right, so loco, wagon, 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 loco. So it's around there where the signal needs to go. There we go. I think that works. Maybe I could have done it one more over. I'll do it one more over just for safety. There we are. And then you can duck in. Like so. Coming out of here then, we're just going to build a balloon loop for now. Make it nice and easy. I'm also going to put that there with a chain signal right after the station. Now for this balloon loop, I'm actually going to ignore what the track's doing here for a second. And I'm going to build it around like this. Have I run out of track? Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, okay. Now we're going back and we're going to go do it properly. How far back did I park my loco as well? That's not ideal, is it? It's not been destroyed, has it? Oh no, I see it on the map. Yeah, this is quite a long way, actually. Whoops. It's quite a long way, this track. It's a lot further than I thought. Right. And in and reverse. So, more track. Pipes, which I think I actually need to set up a pipe production. So I don't believe I have one. I've got one for the process of creating wagons and stuff, but I don't have one for actually using. So I'm going to do that. I think I might just limit it to 4 for now. Right, rails. Get 6 stacks of those. And then we'll get a ton of pipe. Yeah, we've got the pumps. I feel like I'm going to need more solar panels still. Possibly. We've got new power poles now as well, which are good. Iron sticks. So that's iron plates, isn't it? There we go. I don't have enough capacity for all of that, so I need to find my little storage box again. Pop all that in it, and pop all that in it. Okie dokie. Got everything I need from over here. Again, yeah, there's pipes being made there, but I think the one over here is fine. Oversee energy distribution, good. So we can now run power poles across water. That's going to be very useful. Tanks, that's the other thing. So over here, I have tanks being made. I'm only going to need like 2 stacks of that. There we go. Takes forever to make them. But yeah. What was I? Oh, there you go. I can make more there. So I basically need probably 2 tanks per wagon, because I think you can have 3 pumps per wagon. But I'm just going to start off with 2 and upgrade. So everything should be coming together nicely. 14 in total there. I think that'll work. I need more pumps. Did I make pumps? Not pumps, sorry. Oil jacks. I don't think I did. I need, what? Iron plates and copper plates. Which, to be honest, is just green circuits. And iron plates. If I can get another 10, I think I'd be happy. There we go. Right, back in the train. I mean, I could lay the tracks at this end whilst I'm doing this, but I'm not gonna. Right, you are going over to here. Oh, how do I do this again? Select my train, add station, there we go. Dark shadow, and go. There we go. So you can see already it's fast, but it's going to get slower. It's going to get a lot slower. Actually, I'm talking about building balloon loops and stuff, aren't I? I don't need to. I do not need to. These trains are bi-directional. I am an idiot. It's one of those things, isn't it? So I can just do that. There you go. Where are my tank wagons? There. So how I'm going to do this right now is 2 of those, and then what I needed was a cargo wagon to sit between them. But me being me, I didn't bring one. I guess I could just put another loco for now, facing that way. I might have to run deadhead. This one at the end here will need fuel. Do I have fuel? No. Yes. I do have some wood. There we go. And that now tells us how this is going to look. So, pump. Actually, tank first. So you're going to go there and there, I believe, with a pump. I've put you in the wrong place. Of course I have. There you go. Like so. We're then going to replicate that design for all of these wagons. There we are. Grab these. I'm hoping this works. There's only one way to find out, I suppose. And that's to plumb it all in and see what happens. Where are the pipes? Did I not pick up pipes again? I swear I picked up pipes. I did not pick up pipes. I'm an absolute moron. Back to the bus we go. Oh yeah, this is heavy. This train is heavy. Doesn't want to move. And I can't actually... Actually, you know, I can tell it to go somewhere. Is it shift and click? To set a waypoint? Nope. Control click? Control click. Is it going by itself? Yes. Yes, it's just very slow. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Alrighty, along we go. And stop. Right. So you are no longer doing anything there. Pipes. Give me pipes. Give me all the pipes. There's the pipes. Now I need the cargo wagon, because I'm going to fix my train properly now. So I just need one. Which is there. I'm going to remove this extra loco. There we go. And do that. And then I am going to start laying down the rails for... Oh, sorry, the signals for this. Which is going to look something like that. Yep. And then I need to pop. What do I need to do now? I need to build the station. That's what I need to do now. The depot. That's what I need to do now. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. It's good that, isn't it? So, logistic train stop. I think this is way more than I actually need. So what I might do is I might work backwards from this side. Place that, and then you can see loco, wagon, wagon, wagon. And then, 1 second. It was there. So, wagon, 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 wagon. And then 2 more wagons. And then a loco. And then it's this one. Is where the station needs to go. So I'm going to remove that. It's literally right where I'm standing. Why can't I put that on this side? Oh, because of the signalling. That's actually very irritating. 1 second. I think that will let me do it now. Yes. Start again. So, wagon, 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 wagon. Wagon, wagon, wagon. And then it is here. There, I believe. So then this one will be the same. Which will be there. Now I can remove all this. Oh, I've finished all my research. That's good. Alright, and then you're going to come like this, and then like this. There we go. And then this side is going to come around like this and like that. Good. Chain signals. One there, one there. Now I'm going to remove all this other stuff. And now everything's confused. Why is everything confused? I think it's because we need that and... Oh, no, I know why. It's because we need one here. There we go. But I'm also going to pop that there just for now. Otherwise that won't be bi-directional. And then this one up here. Let's get some more research going whilst we're messing around. Gates. That's definitely something we need. And that would be useful too. We do actually need blue science, but I think we need to wait for that. We could start military science, I suppose. That'll open some doors. In fact, yeah. Then we start looking at robotics and stuff. The personal robots can be very useful. Very useful indeed. Right. So for now, I've got it facing this way, and it will remain facing this way. But I think for now, we also need a station at the other end. So let's just build a track. X amount of rails. Like that. That's fine. Grab me a signal. There. Right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll pop that one there. And then it's... Why can't I see? Why can't I see the... Oh, there. 5, 6, 7. So it needs to go there. I believe. Like so. Okay. So in theory, we can now launch this train. I'm going to get it to go over here. It's really annoying that I can't... I can control click it, I suppose. It's going to take forever, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to finish this episode until I've actually got all this going, which is kind of counterintuitive. Because I want these episodes to be half an hour-ish. I could put a cut in, I suppose. Go and plug it all in and stuff. But this is the first one. It's a monumentous occasion. I want to show it all off. Right. Just while I've got you, I do want you to just run there so that you're actually in where you need to be. There you go. Right. Remove that. Okie dokie. So this is our main oil place now. And I think what I'm going to do is run pipes. Actually, no. I'm going to run pipes through the middle like this. Yeah. And then we're going to have another storage area, I guess, here. And I still need to connect up, well, a lot more of these. And we need to wall it all off. And we need to put... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that needs to happen. So, put this down. Put this down. I need to start connecting these up as well. That's the other thing. So I think if I was to rotate you... Are you in line? It's actually really annoying that you're not in line. I was hoping you would be. Because now if I do that, you're miles away. There we go. And then you come down. You actually come straight into that one. Which I guess we can keep. This one... None of these line up, actually. That's frustrating. guess what I'll do is connect those two up. And then connect you into this one. Ah, yes. I don't have the squeeze through mod. So, I am going to have to leave room to make sure I can actually get around all this stuff. I don't have any undergrounds either. I have not thought this through, people. I have not thought this through at all. Yeah, we'll have to put undergrounds everywhere. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. Okay. This little area we can turn into a thruple. There we go. And then these can all connect in like so. There we go. These ones... Are there any more? Yeah. So I think if I connect you there, I'm going to rotate you that way. And you that way. And then this can do something like that. Okay. Now to power all this. As I said, it's going to be solar panels. I don't think I need capacitors or anything. Just while I'm over here. Pick those back up. I don't think it's going to be... yeah, there's no capacitors or anything. So I think it's just going to be like so. And then connect them thusly. Can I do that? That seems to work. And that seems to work. How much power have we got here? Yeah, we don't have anywhere near enough. We have unlocked the next tech level though, so that's cool. With the oil. Is no one asking how the shadow of these power poles doesn't affect the solar panel? How weird. Also just realised I can do it like this. These should reach. They do. Excellent. How's that now? Yeah, that's good. And then we've got... There we go. And then another 5. Now we have enough to power everything. Excellent. Cool. So, from here then. So that's now powered, and then doesn't quite reach annoyingly. But if I put that one there, and then that one there, that's now powered. Over here, could do one there. Have I run out? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I'm running out of everything. Right, we're going to have to do this temporarily for now. That's going to cause carnage when this is all set up and running. There. And then I've trapped myself. Oh, I can walk through the tanks though. That's good. So one there, which will connect to over there. That one there. I guess that one there. Oop. And that one there. Okay. That's all powered. That is all working. So now, to power what loads the trains. So one there, and one there. Why am I seeing an arrow there? That's weird. One there. One in the middle. And then... see if I can move that over one. Yep, perfect. And then one... there. Are you loading? No. Are you loading? Yes. I guess you're not accepting... yeah, you're not actually open to stuff right now. So that's fine. That's all good. So this is now ready to load. by the looks of things. So now, while I'm here actually, this stop, we're going to call you oil field. Oil field number 1. That's filed, Mark. Oil field. I can spell, I promise. There we go. Priority, I have no idea what any of that's got to do with anything right now. I suppose for colour, we can just make it black. There we are. And then for this train here, we need to send you to the only station you can go to. Why can't you go to Uncle Ben? Ah, because of this signal here. Am I in the train? I am. Why is it not going anywhere? I can't make it move. Hang on. There we go. Oh, is it because it's on... Yeah, it's on automatic mode. There we go. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. I can only apologise. The main thing is we've got track. We've got train. We're happy. This is the last episode of the month, so I can make it a little bit longer, I suppose, because I'm looking at the time and realising how long I've actually been going for. Over here... Ooh, just as it runs out of fuel as well. That's good. Need to pop you in. Now, you should be able to go to Uncle Ben. Yes. But you haven't got fuel. Do I have fuel? Yes. Good. Phew. So yeah, we'll get the coal loading up and running over here as well. But before that, I want to get the unloading of the oil. And we'll get rid of all of this excess rail right now as well. Good stuff. Do I have access to wires yet? Is that a thing? I actually can't remember how to do that. Can make some gates. I'll do that now. And we've got big power poles, got a car as well, so I can drive around a little bit quicker. Oil refinery and chemical plant, that's useful. There's the solid fuel and basic oil processing. And we've got upgraded ammunition as well, which is going to be very useful in a bit when we start fighting the locals again. Alright, for now, just going to line these babies up. There we go, and we'll do our little tank method again, which I actually need some more tanks, so I might as well pick those up while I'm here. Where are tanks? Tanks are over here. There we go, 100 tanks. Beautiful. Yeah, I like that feature where you can just set it up, walk away, come back a couple of hours later, and you've got an absolute butt ton. That's nice. There we are, and then pipes. One there, all along here, and one there. So now, if I grab some power, which I'm going to do off of this here. How far diagonally can I build that there? I'm just going to drag this line across. Yeah, and then as I suspected, it's annoying that that doesn't quite connect, but I can do that to that. And that. And then same thing on this side. That to that, and that to that. Now you actually had something in it by the looks of it. Or are you just connecting? I think you're just connecting. Actually, the more I look at this, that's not connecting to anything. See, this is a bad design. Yeah, this is a very bad design. Okay. It's fine. To the map. To Uncle Ben. So for now, we're going to call you Temp Oil Refinery. And this one is going to be actual oil refinery. We'll sort out colours in a second. And then over here... Have I filled up again? Physical projectile damage. Get a couple of those going. Shooting speed as well. We'll get sulfur processing. Plastics. Actually, plastics is the main one. I should be focusing on that because that's for the quest for robots. Then we might as well get heavy armor as well because I feel like we are going to be very much attacked very soon. And it's going to hurt. So this one, you are depot. And this one is depot. Now, again, wires. Why can't I remember how to make wires? It's a good question, that. It's a good question. Let me just quickly Google. Factorio wires, circuit network. Circuit networks are built using red or green wire. Have I got circuit? I've got circuit network as a thing, haven't I? Looks like it. Batteries. We need batteries too. Maybe if I take out those, we'll get batteries as the next. Oh, we need sulfur first. Then we need batteries. There we go. And then red circuits as well. Okay. I'm sure I have. Yeah, it looks like it. Am I just being dumb? Maybe I'm just being dumb. That's very dumb. So I think it's one of these you put down next to the station. Correct? How do you make what? Oh, it's here, isn't it? And then you connect it to the light, I think. Have I done that right? Have I done any of this right? So, depot. Place a combinator. That's not a combinator, is it? No, it is a combinator. Near the lamp and connect them with a wire. Set the combinator to depot mode. Is that this one? Oy vey. It's been a while. I can't right click that because that's going to remove it. It's one of those, that's why. That's why. Yes, I did install a mod to help with this, and that's why I'm an idiot. So you connect to that, and then you. There we go. Right. Set it to depot mode. So that's that one. Good. And then do the same thing over here. Set it to depot mode. Good. Now I need to come all the way over here and set this up as a requester, but it's this end. So you go there, and we'll set you up. So let's make copper wire as well. Okay, that's for... So I think we'll use green for requesters. So that's no longer a provider. Provide threshold. So request threshold is what we want here. And I think we want... How much can these hold? 25k. And we've currently got 8 of them. So it's 8 times 25, which is more than I can remember. 8 by 25,000, which is 200,000. So that's how much we need to request, is 200,000, which is a lot. There we go. Ah, fuel station. Okay. Interesting. That might actually be really useful. Can I set that up with the depot as well? Place 6 steel chests along. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Green wire. All the chests and power poles to the combinator. So I need to now wire this up. So, again, green. Can I connect you over here? That's too far. But I can do this. So you're going to connect like so. And then this one is going to connect to this one. And then this one. And then that one. And then that one. And then you to you. And then to you. And then to you. And you. And you. And then this one to this one. And this one. And then you and you. Good stuff. So now this should know that it needs to request, correct? Output signals. Do you have to set the item? Yeah. So I need to select oil, which is... Where's just oil? There. Crude oil. Are you now working? This is, yeah. All the chests and power poles in the request stack threshold. In the L, set the request stack threshold. Well, that's 40 stacks, but I don't need that. I just need the... Or can I change that? This signal is ignored for fluids. Okay. The priority, we don't need to worry about that. I've lost my output signal. That's annoying. Set the stacks to 40. The combinator will automatically adjust this to an output signal of 400 rocket fuel. This is negative. Oh, yeah, you need to be minus 200, don't you? I cannot set you to minus 200. Okay. This is supposed to be easier. I read the tutorial. It said this would be easier. This is not easier. Look, I've lost my output signal again. How is this easier? This is a massive pain. It's output signals. Request priority. Right. And then for the provider, I guess we do the opposite. I need to take this train to the other end to sort this out. Set you back to manual. While I'm going past the depot here, I'm just going to see if I can quickly set this up. Right. So you... Yeah, I can't set you as a fuel station, but that's fine. What I will do, though, while we're here, is create the fueling for these. So those two there, and then the other two. It's really annoying that you can't get the full scope of things. So it's level with that, by the looks of it. That one there. That one there. Okay. And then you are all going to have coal in. We can limit it to 3 stacks. Actually, do you... Oh, it's so annoying. I thought you were going to reach up to there, and then we only need to do this once. I mean, technically we could use a long handle, but it's fine. Right, you... Limit you to 3 stacks, because that's the maximum that a train can hold anyway. So that's fine. Okie dokie. I guess what this does mean is we can load off of the belt here. Then we only need 2 belts. So that's fine. It's helpful. So now we can do this. All the way along like so. And then we can do this. All the way along like so. Good. And then here we can have a splitter that does this with that, and then this can run underneath. But what I'm going to do here, because I'm dumb, I guess, I don't have enough. I'm looking at the wrong thing. There we go. So you're going to do that, that, and that. Okay. This splitter is then going to go here, and then this is going to come down like so. Now we can put power pole there. It's kind of annoying that that doesn't quite line up. Although you line up with that one. So then if I can line this one up over here. Boom. Lovely. Okay, back to the job at hand, which is over to, get rid of that, oil field. Actually, I don't want to load up yet, that's the problem. So I want to stop just short of the oil field. I can't actually remember what I was going to do over here now. Oh yeah, set it up as a provider. That's the one. That's the one, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know how it works with fluids. Someone's written a tutorial here, and it is somewhat helpful, I'll admit, but not completely helpful. Also, this doesn't work at night. That's something else to bear in mind. And actually, what's the capacity of the train? 50, 100. Oh, that is a full load. Actually, that's useful. Plastics are researched. Good. So over here then, yeah, I need to set up you. But can I do... I guess for this I can just do that and that. This is going to be red. The wires here because of the way I'm setting these up. So green is depot and requester. Red is provider. Like so. Okay. And you are a provider. And your provide threshold is also 200,000. I think. Is that how it works? Place an LTN combinator near the input and connect them with a green wire. Set the LTN combinator to provider mode, which is what I've done. Place 6 steel chests. Well, we're not doing that because we've got tanks. Set the provider stack threshold to 40. This means this stop won't appear as a provider until there's a full wagon load to pick up. Okay. So I think... Oh crap, you're actually loading. Yeah, I parked too close. Okay, I think you're working. That's the main thing. So let's take you over to Temp Oil Refinery. We'll say wait until fluid count is 0. And then I was going to take you to the depot and see what happens. I feel like this isn't going to work though. So now you're going to stop. Yep, you're now unloading. It's not the quickest. It is entirely to do with how I've set all this up. Okay. So you should be saying... So yeah, you've got weird output signals. You don't have fluid ones. I think it's because... See, enable requesting of items. But you're not working with fluids. How do you work with fluids? That's the big question. So you're now empty. So I can't set you up for oil. Or can I? Hang on. If I set you to 200,000. Whatever. Like that. There you go. Okay, you're now working as a requester. So, if I now take you and set you to depot until 5 seconds of inactivity, are you going to work? Well, this end you're working. And you are loading with fuel. Okay. So that's something. It's going to take a while for it to set up, I think. So, yeah. Right. I think that will actually do for this episode. Between episodes, I'm going to start setting up the refinery process. So turning oil into its various components. Yeah, that's the plan. And then we can start looking at other stuff. But I think we might end up with a bus with petroleum on it as well, running alongside this. So this was a good place to put this. And I think the refinery stuff is going to go down here. I don't actually have the means to make a refinery right now. I need gears. Let's grab some gears. There we go. Oil refinery. I'll get one just to see what it's like, because I can't actually remember how big these are. There it is. So yeah, if I pop you down... Do you need water as well? Is that a thing? No, you just need oil. And of course, you are in the wrong spot. Where'd it go? There. So if I now pop you down so that that lines up. I don't actually know if it matters, but the input was there, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, you are producing petroleum, which goes in here. I keep forgetting that I don't have the squeak through mod. I am going to have to remove that a sec though, because I need to do that. Actually, I'm going to put the tanks right the way down in this corner. Like so. There we go. Alrighty. Yep. Looking good. Everything is looking good. Maybe do I need pumps? I don't think I need pumps. This seems to be working quite well by itself. Good. Right. I need to turn this off because this is items. There we go. Now it's working. Fantastic. That's because we haven't got enough crude oil yet. But once we do, this will kick into gear. Good. I'm happy. I'm very happy. So now I can start creating plastic, which is coal and petroleum. Hence the need for a petroleum line on the bus. So that's going to come out of here. And then we'll run it down. And probably actually in one of these areas we'll make plastic. And then that plastic will run along the bus as well. So maybe we don't need to add petroleum to that. But yeah, that's something else I'm going to do off camera. That's going to be annoying if I keep getting that set up over and over again. But I'll see if I can fix that as well. Maybe I'll lower the numbers just to see if I can get this working. I don't know. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. Feel free to check out my Patreon and YouTube member info in the description. I will start naming trains after members and Patreon supporters from next episode onwards. So if you want to be in the game, you know what you need to do. But yeah, otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.